Guys, save me and Dobby! We climbed up this tall skyscraper and the lava is rising higher and higher. How can we win this?
Why is the lava rising so fast? We needed to climb right to the roof of this skyscraper. Oh well, we'll have to start from the beginning.
After the failure at the skyscraper, we find ourselves on the Grandma's Cottage map. We greet our subscribers and suddenly the lava starts flooding the entire house. We quickly climb to the upper floor and take shelter there. The lava is flooding everything around us, but we're holding on. Our subscribers have chosen a great challenge. It's always nice to feel safe at Grandma's, even if there's hot lava underfoot.
In this situation, the key is not to forget about cleverness. We laugh, remembering Grandma's pies, which could now save us from the lava. The upper floor of the house turns out to be a great shelter, and we continue interacting with our subscribers, sharing our impressions. It's almost like a picnic, but with lava all around.
The next map is simply amazing. It's New Year's, there's a huge Christmas tree, and we need to do parkour to get to the top. Dobby jumps like a real pro, but unfortunately, only I make it to the top. Being alone at the top of the tree is a little sad, but our subscribers support me and that gives me strength.
Labrador is showing excellent skills in parkour, and I continue joking with the subscribers below. The tree is incredibly beautiful, and the New Year's atmosphere adds a festive feeling even in such a tense situation. We laugh, joke about the presents under the tree, and wonder if the lava might also want a present.
Yes, and this is no longer just a game, but a real fight for survival. The lava is literally right on our heels. All you need to do is find a secure spot on the tree. The branches are so fragile, and every wrong step could be your last. But standing on one of its levels, you feel like a true winner. The ability to adapt is the key to survival.
Yes, Labrador, exactly. At first, it seemed like a fun holiday. All those lights and snowflakes. But as soon as we took the first step, I realized this is no laughing matter. The map was one big pyramid with 3 levels, each one a labyrinth with lava that erupts as soon as you step on the wrong tile. But we're sheriffs for a reason. We immediately geared up for serious work.
That's right. The first level seemed easy enough. Dobby and I were jumping from platform to platform, avoiding lava flows and paving our way. But the higher we climbed, the harder it got. Over there on the upper level, we almost didn't notice how the lava started rising right below us. It was a real race against time.
You're right, Labrador. As soon as we reached the very center of the pyramid, we started losing our balance. That moment when you realize every platform is a challenge. The lava was closing in on us, and on the last level, we had to show our maximum agility to avoid its grasp. But we pulled through, as always. In our animal city, no threat can stop us.
Yeah, it was tense, but here we are at the finish line. The pyramid structure surrounded by snow, lights, and a festive atmosphere, it's not only beautiful, but incredibly difficult. The lava definitely couldn't catch us now, and for that, we've truly earned the title of the best sheriffs in Roblox.
Oh, absolutely! This mode was great training for us, and once again, we showed that we can handle any challenge, even when it seems like a children's game at first. No lava flows or dizzying heights will stop us from finishing the mission.
We found ourselves on a colorful tower, and as soon as the game starts, the ground will turn to lava. The task is clear. We need to climb to the top, avoid traps, and not fall. But here's the thing. Even such a simple route turns into a real challenge when there are so many clouds around, which can be both helpers and obstacles.
Yes, Labrador, only we understand that behind this parkour lies real danger. The lava shows no mercy, and if you're not fast and precise, you can lose precious time. Every step on these clouds requires full concentration, especially when you have to jump from one to another, not knowing if the next cloud will hold your foot.
And here it is, this intense scene. Dobby and I are climbing the tower, those clouds ahead of us, and we can already see the lava right beneath our feet. Just a few seconds, and we could be down there. In reality, every choice matters. Even that small pause when deciding where to jump could be the deciding factor. But Dobby and I won't let ourselves relax. We're sheriffs.
Exactly, Labrador. Even when it feels like you're about to fall, you realize every jump is a step closer to victory. On these maps, it's not just agility that matters, but also strategy. We've already been through challenges like this, In Roblox, it's important to know when to take risks and when to slow down to avoid ending up in the lava. Strategy and attention are the key points.
Not long ago, Dobie and I faced a real disaster. A new scientist had arrived in our town, Professor Cvetic. He was known for his unusual inventions, but one of his creations led to a great catastrophe. He had created a device that he thought would make the world brighter and more colorful, but the result was terrible. This device started changing the colors of everything around, and not only the colors, it was distorting reality, turning the world into something completely different. The water turned into lava, and the trees became giant multicolored stones. Dobie and I immediately understood that we needed to take action.
By the time we arrived at the scene, the town was already suffering from the consequences of the professor's invention. The water in the river was boiling like a volcano, and the flowers and plants were changing shape, becoming something unrecognizable. Professor Cvetic was in a panic. He said he hadn't intended for things to turn out this way, but the device had gotten out of control. In his laboratory, we found the device. It was a huge crystal emitting strange light pulses. Each of its movements changed everything around it. We realized that if we didn't stop the device, the consequences would be even worse.
First of all, we turned off the power to try to stabilize the situation. But the device was too powerful, and simply turning it off was impossible. We had to find a way to neutralize it, and to do that, we needed to get to the core of the device. Professor Cvetic told us that there was a special stone inside that was responsible for all the changes. We had to find it and stop it.
Labrador and I struggled to get into the professor's laboratory, where the device was still emitting bright flashes. We found the stone, which was connected to the energy source of the device. It emitted light like a rainbow, and when we touched it, we felt everything around us starting to change. The water began to turn into lava again, and the ground beneath our feet became soft like dough. We knew we had to find a solution quickly, or everything would be lost.
I suggested using an old deactivator model we found in a corner of the laboratory. We connected it to the stone, and with God's help, we were able to stabilize the device. The stone began to dull, and the world around us started returning to normal.
The water became water again, and the trees regained their usual shapes. But the aftermath wasn't as terrifying as we had feared, and the town became safe once more. We explained to the professor that his invention was too dangerous, and he promised never to conduct such experiments again.
Recently, in our animal town, something truly unusual happened. Dobie and I had just finished our regular night patrol when we received an alarming call. Aliens were planning to invade our planet. Yes, you heard it right. The message came through a cosmic signal, intercepted by special services. We learned that alien dogs from the planet Zorks were heading to Earth, and if we didn't stop them, they would take over our world. Faced with this situation, we realized we couldn't just sit idly by. We were about to become the first dogs to travel to space.
When we were told that we were the only ones who could carry out this mission, we didn't waste any time. We were sent to the Space Center, where preparations for the launch were fast and intense. We suited up in special spacesuits and met the team of scientists who would be assisting us. Our mission was simple. We needed to gather information about the aliens' plans and send it back to Earth. We never imagined we would become real space heroes, but that's how the situation turned out.
The launch was truly unexpected. We blasted off into space, and at the moment when Earth was far behind, I felt the full weight of this journey. The cosmos was endless and full of mysteries. We were heading toward the planet Zorks, trying to be cautious and avoid falling into a trap. Our journey aboard the spacecraft wasn't easy, but Dobie and I stuck together and kept our confidence. We knew this might be our chance to save our home planet.
Upon arriving at the planet Zorks, we were greeted by huge aliens. But fortunately, we discovered they weren't as menacing as we had thought. In fact, the aliens just wanted to learn from us how we deal with challenges on Earth. They weren't enemies, they just needed help to develop. Labrador and I shared our values with them: friendship, peace, and cooperation. At some point, we realized that instead of fighting, we needed to make contact and offer help.
The reason for the invasion of our planet was a super delicious ice cream that drove the aliens crazy. We proposed that every week we would send them ice cream, and in return, they would leave our planet in peace.
This experience taught us that in any situation, it's important to act with respect and look for peaceful solutions. Labrador and I will continue to protect our town, but now we know that even in space, we can find allies.
Thank you all for watching. Let us know what you'd like to see next on our channel. See you soon. Hello, dear friends. As you can see, we are at school, which means today we will be escaping from Mr. Stinky.
Yeah, hello everyone. But first, we need to get out of the classroom. Crazy Mr. Stinky has hung our photo on the board and written that we're noobs. We need to prove him wrong.
We'll gladly do that. I think we'll manage it easily since we're real sheriffs. Let's activate the fire alarm and escape before anyone comes.
Sheriff Labrador, we have many tough challenges ahead, but we need to save our strength for the final boss battle.
Oops, it turns out he was very close the whole time. Looks like stealth isn't an option. Run!
He's looking at us so terrifyingly, with such a beastly smile. He's about to catch up with us. We need to speed up.
Did it seem like he pushed us with his belly? Maybe he's just trying to scare us or play with us. He probably just wants to see how we handle his challenges.
Ha ha ha! Why did he fall asleep? All right, better not take any chances.
Looks like someone before us tried to escape and stepped into this strange green liquid. I hope it's not snot.
Better snot than acid, I suppose.
We're climbing into the ventilation. We need to hold our breath to avoid choking on the dust.
Now we're gonna do a little parkour. We all remember that you're a professional at it, so I'm sure we'll pass through it without any mistakes. Looks like he's already awake. I hope he doesn't attack us now.
Just look at how creepy it looks. Why did he drill through the wall and peek at us through a hole instead of just setting up a camera?
Brr, very spooky. Maybe he thinks this will scare us and we won't be able to continue.
He won't scare us like this. We face scarier things. We just need to ignore him and focus on reaching our goal. We need to figure out how to open the gates.
I think those two buttons should open them. The question is whether we need to press them separately or at the same time.
It would seem unfair of the developer to make a door that can only be opened together. Well, we'll find out soon when we press the second button.
How much money and time do you think went into creating all these trials? He's really crazy. Why did he need to create all this just to watch crying children?
Great! The door opened. I think he spent around $500,000 in about 6 years on all of this. But we can't say for sure because we haven't seen the other trials yet, and I'm sure they'll be even more elaborate.
Oh, I've seen this trial somewhere before. I know what's coming next.
It's possible he's conducting these trials and observing us to learn our weaknesses and defeat us in the final battle.
Good theory, but right now we need to focus on not getting hit by the laser. Listen, I don't quite understand lasers in games and how they can disintegrate things, because I've never seen such lasers in real life. Only those you can play with a cat or aim with a weapon.
Dobie, there are lasers in existence that are very powerful and used in materials processing or furniture manufacturing. Their strength allows them to cut through various objects.
Got it, thanks. Look, this guy is suggesting that we take some secret path. I'm not sure if we should listen to him or not.
Well, I think if it's a trap and we get killed there, it's not a big deal, because we'll just respawn and continue on the normal path. Plus, it's very curious to see what's there.
It looks like a giant suspended platform. Maybe we're about to have a boss battle. But why did that guy say it's a secret way?
It seems like all we can do is press this red button.
On the count of 3.
Let's go!
All right.
It seems like the button really spawned the boss. He looks like Mr. Stinky, but with legs made of sewer pipes.
And under his body, there's a large gear. What could that mean?
Maybe Mr. Stinky likes steampunk, and that's why he made a robot copy of himself. It even knows how to throw its hat. Perhaps it has artificial intelligence built in?
Given the advancement of technology, it's possible, but the problem is that Mr. Stinky is 1,000,000 years old and wouldn't have mastered such technology. However, considering how crazy he is, we can expect a lot from him.
Just a little more HP left for him. The key is not to get too close so he can't reach us with his hat.
Yes! That was a bit exhausting. He was too strong. Or maybe they gave us too weak of a weapon.
All right, what's next? We defeated him and they didn't even give us anything? What nonsense. Maybe they'll at least leave us the weapons.
Phew! I wanted to go back but accidentally jumped. No big deal. They'll respawn us now.
In the end, that guy just blatantly tricked us. He probably wanted to laugh at us failing, but something didn't go according to plan. Did you notice that the edges of these books have spikes? That's very dangerous.
And there were also some balls with spikes. They looked a lot like viruses. I hope we didn't get sick from being near them.
I think we almost ran into a spiked mace. I didn't even notice it when I was jumping.
Oh no, it's Yellow-Toothed Larissa. Grab the weapon and shoot her in the eye.
Listen, so that means she's Mrs. Stinky. Because her breath smells bad, looks like she hasn't brushed her teeth in a long time. Fate! I hope she at least takes a shower.
And she also has terrible makeup and an ugly wart on her face. So it all makes sense now. Mr. and Mrs. Stinky are dating. Very interesting.
Hooray! The second boss is defeated. After the video, we'll need to celebrate our victories.
Sheriff Labrador, do you remember how we saved the town from the approaching tsunami?
Of course, Dobie. I remember every day of our teamwork. Sometimes before bed, I recall many of our adventures together, and it warms my heart instantly.
That's wonderful. Let's tell this story to the guys then. After a long day at work, Labrador and I finally boarded the bus heading home. We were tired, but satisfied with a job well done. Suddenly, through the bus window, we noticed the sky darkening, and the sea began to rage. Taking a closer look, we realized a tsunami was approaching our town.
Without hesitation, we jumped up and asked the driver to stop the bus. The driver, seeing our determination, complied immediately. We rushed out of the bus and ran to the nearest police station to raise the alarm.
We knew time was short. At the station, we contacted local authorities and warned them of the impending threat. All services were immediately mobilized to evacuate people from coastal areas and reinforce the dikes.
I took on the coordination of the evacuation. Alongside firefighters and rescuers, we began going door to door, warning residents and helping them quickly leave the danger zone. Meanwhile, Dobie organized barricades and directed transport for evacuating people.
The work was intense, but coordinated. The townspeople acted quickly and efficiently, following our instructions. The tsunami was already approaching as we completed the evacuation and reinforced the last dikes.
When the wave hit, we were ready. The high barricades and reinforced dikes withstood the force of the water. The town remained intact, and the residents were safe.
After the tsunami receded, we inspected the town. The damage was minimal thanks to the quick response and collective efforts of all services. The residents thanked us for our prompt action and rescue.
We returned home with a sense of having accomplished something truly significant. A saved town and the grateful faces of the residents were the best reward for our hard work.
Guys, if you enjoy our stories, be sure to write about it in the comments because we have plenty more to share.
I hope this guy won't interfere with us now.
It seems he's really getting in our way. Ugh, why did he stand up there and not move? There's no space as it is.
Let's remember another story about the cunning plan of the raccoons so we don't get too upset.
We went outside to investigate and saw strange glowing objects in the sky, resembling UFOs. These were devices disrupting the operation of electrical appliances, and their origin remained a mystery until we received a message from local residents who had seen raccoons placing something suspicious in the sewers.
We realized that raccoons, known for their cunning, had been planning this scheme for years, aiming to bring us back to the Stone Age. It posed a serious threat to our town, and we had to act quickly.
Gathering a team, we descended into the sewer pipes where we discovered and deactivated the devices disrupting electricity. It was a dangerous mission, but thanks to our unity and professionalism, we managed to succeed.
Look, we've reached some kind of cup. I think it's a trap. It can't be this easy. Someone is probably going to ambush us now.
Well, what should we do? Let's take it.
Yes, we were right. It was actually predictable. But the fact that this cup is our weapon is amazing.
How did Mr. Stinky make this robot? I wonder if it's hollow inside, but it's pure steel, so it must be very heavy. You have to be careful it doesn't fall on you, or it'll crush you flat.
It's possible it's not even a robot, but a giant suit. Maybe he's sitting inside it and controlling it.
Oh no, I didn't expect his attack to kill in one hit. It's okay though, everything's saved, and he's down to less than half HP. We'll finish him off quickly now. Let's go.
I didn't quite understand. He has another attack where he jumps, but just in case, I jump too. Maybe it's his lethal ground wave.
Yeah! Great job, Labrador. It seems that was the final boss. We can safely leave this cursed school now.
I hope they let us keep this cup. Besides reminding us of our victory and the effort we put into overcoming all the trials, it can still shoot. I would like a weapon disguised as a regular item. It could save someone's life.
And when you hold it in your hands, you run very fast. Probably because you feel pride in your victory and gain motivation.
Thank you for the support and for being a good conversation partner, Dobie. Without our teamwork, we wouldn't have made it to the end and wouldn't have been able to defeat the final boss.
Thank you too, Lab. I really enjoyed this place. Guys, if you know any other interesting Roblox places, be sure to write them in the comments so we can check them out.
Thank you guys for watching our videos all the way to the end. Well, our video is coming to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you all later. Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobie and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobie, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobie, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobie. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobie. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobie. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobie, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten two sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing, strange sounds and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed, but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns, their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobie flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobie was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobie?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes. It's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobie. We got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch! It seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are two types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobie, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobie, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobie and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, we're not saying goodbye. See you soon.